Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Fast to Australia bush tripping a little bit. Yesterday we ended up at Zueitina, possibly just the name of the airport, at Ajabia, or as Zueitina. No, Zueitina. Zueitina Airport, Zueitina. Okay. And let's see where we can get to today. Can we make it to Benghazi? Benina Airport, Benghazi. 27 minutes. Perfection. Okay, let's see what we can find along the way to break up the trip a bit. Let's just do Zueitina. It certainly seems like it's probably the same town as the airport. Add that so that we come back onto the coast. We've got, here we go, Sultan, little town. The town here with no name, but we're going there anyway. We go, now we can do our Al-Makrun. Because to follow the roads here and the train line that we can see. Here we go, Dukan Ibrahim Said. Go there. Let's see if there's anything further along here. Here we are, Kwaminis. Bunch of towns here. All right, so let's go to Karyat Jarufa. Let's fly over this airport here. The Karyat Al Kamar. Let's actually fly over downtown Benghazi. Let's go have a look at it. And then off to the runway. I'm okay with it. Let's go. Okay, everything seems to be in order. Let's get going. Leaving Zueitina Airport. Spelled Z-U-E-I-T-I-N-A. And I'm only mentioning that for in a second. We're going to go to the town nearby, and it's, I think, the same word, but spelt completely different. As we've been finding on this North African segment of our journey. We want to climb for a bit till the purple arrow is happy. Gonna have to manually approach, tune into whatever it is, because that airport didn't have ATC. Get our flaps up.
Charlie airspace.
How's our wind doing today? 15 knots.
Squawk 425, 4 Chas Rover Zulu, Alpha 11.
Chas Rover Zulu, Alpha 11 radar contact 2 miles north of Hotel Lima, Zulu uniform 1,300 feet. Cleared through the Charlie airspace. Maintain on navigation.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace, Chas Rover Zulu, Alpha 11.
Alright, should have ticked over by now, surely. Come on, purple, here we go. There we go. Alright, onto our custom point, which is as Zueitina, but Z-U-W-A-Y-T-I-N-A-H. Same pronunciation basically, but completely different spellings. Can't we get some kind of standards board onto this? Anyway, let's go visit as Zueitina. It's just this little town on the beach here, I think. Quite a long way from its airport. Quite a long way. So 1 minute and 14. But might as well start our clock. Not much point to it. Let's level off. Power down a bit. Get our speed up. Say hello to this little town. Looks like it's got some gas works and stuff. It looks like a gas silo, possibly. The circular thing. There we go. Our purple arrow has decided to move us on already. $27 for 3 minutes 52. We're on our way to a tiny little thing called Sultan. I legit thought that this ray of sunlight was on my monitor. No, it's in the cockpit. That's awesome. It turns out there were plenty of little towns. I didn't obviously pick them all as waypoints, but looks like there's quite a bit coming up here on our way to Benghazi. Again, also spelt differently twice in the game. On the map it's Benghazi with an A, and the airport itself was Benghazi with an E. Standards, people. Standards. Get it together. Farms here and a little village, town, maybe just some farmhouses nearby on the side of the road here. So what have we got here? We've now got this must be the old dirt road. This is the big highway road, and then that's the train line over there. They all keep sort of swapping and crossing over each other. For what reason? We could have just kept them all in their own lanes. I guess it would all just happen naturally, no doubt. Not much planning in advance. Because I guess when you're making the roads was thousands of years ago, and people just kept using those same roads, upgrading them and whatnot. No one sat there going, well, in the future we invent trains, we're going to need to have a spot for the train lines. Well, they should have. They should have consulted a soothsayer or something. Surely they could have seen the future for them. Alright, our white line at the moment is currently curving away. So which one of these little areas, towns, is Sultan? Hello, can anyone give me directions? I've only got a purple line and a GPS and all sorts of things at my disposal for getting directions. And I'll just open the window here, pop my head out and say, excuse me, anyone know how to get to Sultan? Must be this town against the road, upcoming. Also along the train line. My point hasn't shown up yet. Here it is. Here's my custom point. Showing up just now. Yes, this is Sultan. Don't know why the purple arrow isn't taking me to the waypoint. There seems to be three completely different things this plane does. There's the purple arrow, there's the white line which doesn't match up with the purple arrow, and then there's the custom waypoint where I've actually put it that lines up with neither of them. So I guess if I was on the white line, then the purple arrow would be pointing directly at the custom. It's just more than I'm not quite on the line because I'm looking around. But still, surely they could all, work together. Okay, hello Salt. Not much to you. But, hey, it's home for some people, no doubt. And, here's one of these oil derricks, whatever they're called. Big, almost mobile phone looking tower things. Okay, so we want 339 for 3 minutes 4 seconds. To a town that didn't have a name, so I've called it Mystery Town. Home of the many mysteries of Libya. Got some cool puffy clouds to go through, go around, go under, go over. The weather's been pretty good to us the last few, since we hit North Africa really. We had a few rough days right at the beginning. France in Italy. Since then it's been pretty good, pretty damn good. We had some really high winds here in Libya, but no big storms where we can't see what's going on, so that's pretty good. I don't mind the odd fluffy bit of cloud just to mix things up a bit. I don't mind the odd storm just to mix things up a bit. We enjoy what the world throws at us, including this virtual world. We do our best. Actually, I probably should get onto the white line so that everything matches up. Is this all fields and things? It's a strange colouring, different kind of sand. but also all marked out into fields. But then it all sort of becomes wetlands or something. Where are you, Mystery Town? The Town of Mystery. I think this is it here, from what I remember looking at it when I zoomed right in to try and find its name, but could find nothing. Nothing, Bing Maps. You've got nothing. Have a quick look around. We have puffy little clouds everywhere. Basically on the white line now, so we can get back to our 339. There we go, little town off in the distance there, past the road, bunch of little towns actually. And then the great flat expanse of the desert. Many lives this desert has claimed, only the faithful have survived. Hello, Mystery Town. Alas, Microsoft does not deem you important enough to name you. Perhaps you want it that way. Perhaps you like being anonymous. Okay, 350 for 439 on our way to Al Makrun. Al means the, I'm pretty sure, in Arabic. I wonder, you know, all these towns that are Al this, Al that, what is it? What would Makrun be, you know? The Brave or something. Lowlands. You don't get too many, well, in English you don't get too many town names that have the in front of them. I'm not trying to think of one. I guess most of them were originally, you know, like, what's a good name? The Liverpool, you know? Presumably there was some pool with liver in it, and that was where the Liverpool was. But then eventually the disappears. The Westfield, you know, all of these names like that would have originally had a the in front of them, but then for the once we use the name, we just ditch the. We're very wasteful with our words, or not, the opposite really. English sort of constantly devolves into losing everything. We'll be down to one syllable, just grunted by the end of time. Why not? It's where we started, it's where we'll end. Right, just scoot over to the left a bit. We're off the white line. I've got sort of patches of fieldy kind of things. I don't know if they're like X-fields or abandoned, or maybe it's, I mean, they're definitely man-made, right? We've got little roads and things, and they're, you know, they seem to be cultivated in some way, but they don't seem to be particularly used, or, you know, currently used. Perhaps the aerial photography was the wrong time of year. Maybe it's just the crops they have there. It's just not familiar to me. I don't really know crops. We've established that over many, many, many bush trips. Oh, aren't we looking through the clouds like wistful angels floating in the heavens? A bunch of little things going on down there. Oh. Right, well, the white line's curving, so our... Where was it? Al Macron must be here somewhere. There it is. I think that's it, probably down there. I'd be concerned if it was up here, I suppose. I'm too high. I'm gonna power down just a little bit, as we can just float down a little bit. Get down out of these clouds so that we can see what's up in this part of the world. Are they rain clouds? No, there's no rain. Here we go. This must be Al Macron. That'll do. Let's get our power back up so that we're sort of level. Hello, good people of Al Macron. How are you doing today? What have you for us to look at? A big building with a square around it, probably the local town hall or some such. One of the blue roof houses. It's so popular in this part of the world. Yes, not a single football field to be found, however. They don't do frivolities like sport in this part of the world. There's work to be done. Let's see, we want 326 for 218. On our way to Dukan Ibrahim Said. Presumably that sounds like it was named after someone. Regardless of how it was named, we are going to visit it with great prejudice and many... Not prejudice, you know, of course not. I'm just trying to be silly here. We're going to come with great compassion and love. With dire tidings of the zombie apocalypse that we are outrunning. Do we dare outrun the zombie apocalypse? We're in an airplane. We can float above it with not a care in the world. Till we have to land to refuel. Let's see. So, Dukan Ibrahim Said is this tiny little thing on the freeway here, on the highway. It seems, looking at, we've now got our custom point here. Here we are. Hello, there's a town over here. A little bit of a town, not much of a town. It's probably just a rest stop then, perhaps. For weary travellers along the highway. Well, there we go. We've, Purple Arrow wants us to move on. I'm going to get ourselves over the checkpoint anyway. Yeah, not much here, is there? Well, caught a visit. Don't want to stay though. Let's go 3:30 for 3 minutes 7 seconds. We are going to Kaminis. Kaminis, yeah. Kwaminis? I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But it's 3 minutes and 7 minutes this way, that's all we need to know. Yes. Very interesting. Very flat, lots of colors. Lots of clouds. This is the way. Well, I'm guessing Kaminis is that big town that I've selected there. Yeah, just the plains here with all these little fields and colours and sand and it's just, it's different, isn't it? It's different. Well, I mean, you could probably be anywhere in Africa or even Australia with this kind of landscape. But we're not. We're in Libya, North Africa. Following the giant highway. The highway to the danger zone. If it pleases you. Where are you? Checkpoint, waypoint, whatever. Again, I don't understand. This is certainly the train line, but we cannot see train tracks. There just isn't any.
Chaz Rover Zulu Alpha 11 contact approach on 126.5.
What approach?
Good day.
No.
126.5 for Chas Rover Zulu Alpha.
Surely you should say which approach, you know, which airport approach.
Chas Rover Zulu Alpha 113,000.
I'm outraged.
Chas Rover Zulu Alpha 11 approach UNH 30.19er. Continue as planned.
And apparently it's Benghazi approach, because that's who I'm talking to according to the radio traffic subtitle thing. Yeah, pretty big Caminas. You've got a football field I can see here, although it doesn't seem to have any grass on it. Perhaps it's just a racetrack or a running track. Or maybe they just play on dirt. You can play football on anything. On anything. Yeah, interesting. Not far from the coast. Right along the highway. Probably gets plenty of visitors. Right, 3:44. For 3:34. Reset our clock. On our way to Qariat Jarufa. Qariat must mean something because the next one's also Qariat something else. So maybe it means city or town or lodging or I don't know. One of them is an airport, so I don't think it means airport. One of them's a town, so if it meant airport, then I would expect the both waypoints to be airports, but that's not what they have done. One was a town, one was an airport, so we cannot figure out what the word Qariat means through deduction alone. We're back to the trees. Everyone's got their little rows of olive trees or date trees or whatever they are. The village with a few little farms. Hello, little village. Saw a few of these on the the map at the beginning. What are these white things? It's these farmlands that have been carved out, and so there's a few of them. I've seen some earlier in one of the other trips and one of the other legs. I wonder what this is, where they've got this white outline around things. Some kind of irrigation, maybe. Interesting. Look, I'm just going to have to go with communication symbols for the alien lizard people Illuminati. But what other explanation could there be? concrete irrigation maybe. What's white like that? Look, here we go with a heap of it now. White stuff everywhere. It's just some algorithm mistake or something. Taking something that was maybe had water in it and was reflecting light, but you know, the aerial photography made it look quite bright. I don't think that could possibly be the case. Must actually be white visually in real life. Don't know. I think it must be concrete irrigation maybe. Or channels of some sort of roads maybe even. Oh, we've just gone past our point. So this must be it here. This was Qaryat Jarufa. Yes, I picked it because I saw the white lines. I wondered what they were. Well, now we've seen the white lines and I don't know what they are. So, 110. No, not 110. 10 degrees for 339. On our way to an airport, which is Qaryat Al Karmal. We won't be landing there though. Hello, anyone? Anyone available for a question? I don't want to know what these white irrigation lines are or demarcations. What's going on here? What are you doing? And why? What are you up to? That's definitely concrete roads, right? There's no farm there. It's just a bunch of where they're going to build houses, maybe. Maybe that's the case with all of this. They're laying down the roads first before developing the area. Don't know. It's so odd. Like someone just drew over the aerial photography with chalk to map things out. And that's what Bing Maps has to use. Quite on the line, so I'll stick to going left a little bit rather than getting back to our 10 degrees immediately. Plus we can follow the road. Through the clouds. Somehow I've ended up climbing again. I thought I had it at fairly level at one point, but oh, here's a big town. Hello. Hello, there's lots of you, isn't there? Yep, now I think we're on the outskirts of Benghazi now. As you can see, there's just people everywhere now. Well, there were before the zombie apocalypse, obviously. But, you know, it's just how it goes. All that's left is the buildings. I mean, I say zombie apocalypse. I haven't actually seen a zombie. Perhaps it was some kind of EM neutron pulse that just killed everyone, and except for the people driving cars and planes. And yeah, I mean, how else could you explain that there's no people walking around? It's inexplicable. This is the runway we're going over. Qaryat Al Karmal. Hello, it's airport. Lovely to meet you. We won't be landing here though. We are going to fly over downtown Benghazi and then head off to its international airport, I believe, or at least a large airport. Saying that, we now want 16 degrees for 249. Benghazi. The city of Benghazi. Don't know much about it. I don't know if it's the capital of Libya. I don't know what the capital of Libya. I think Tripoli is maybe, but this might be it. I don't know. They're both big cities, right? I know the name Benghazi gets used a lot when talking about US foreign policy and shit that's happened in the past, but I actually don't know what happened there. Some kind of scandal, the Arab Spring was launched there, I don't know. I just don't know. I know nothing. And I see nothing. So power down again just to get a little bit lower to enjoy what we can see of this city. Which is, it looks, it's a pretty city, you know, it's got the harbour. Everything radiating out from the harbour. Cool, it's cool. Got even fields in the middle of it all. Big industrial, maybe government buildings there. All sorts of stuff. Let's see what else we can see. Check we're at the right QNH. Cool. Some more blue roofs that they seem to like so much. Perhaps it helps with cooling or something, I don't know. Maybe it's just personal preference. Gonna head over to this this harbour and this what looks like a park with a lake over it. And that just past it. Bit of a parkland there. Always good to see these big cities having some greenery, some open spaces for people to look at. Is this a reservoir or is this a football field? The BuzzFeed Quiz of the Year. I think it might be a stadium of some sort. I think this might be a football field. That's a field of some sort. This is a little sporting area, I think. Quite often down near harbours, little sporting area. Reminds me of Melbourne a little bit. Is this? Oh, I thought this was some kind of park, but it might not be. It might just be some kind of area that's been levelled by construction or something. It doesn't really look like something you can walk around, but hey. We'll allow it. Little lakey, lagoony kind of thing that people can splash around in, I suppose. Again, maybe like this is something that's been redacted, I think. Well, that's probably the government buildings or something. Been turned into a grass field, apparently. Alright, we want 87 degrees for 3:55 Benghazi Airport, where we will be landing. Football field. Football field. Yeah, big city. All very ready soil. Gives everything a cool sheen. We've got Illuminati alien things going on here. Possibly some kind of tomb or holy site. Or maybe it's just some thing. I don't know. I don't know what it would be. Probably some kind of holy site. Ritual markings, all that kind of stuff. There's the airport over there. I see it. It's huge. Basically laid out almost exactly like Tripoli. The main city's up on the water. And then the airport's just off from it. A couple of, well, what is it? 20 kilometers away. There we go. So let's go nearest airport list. Is this Benina? Yes, it is. Benina, HLLB. Yes, let's chat.
Benina Tower, Chas Rover, Zulu Alpha, 115 miles, west 2,600 feet
The
to land.
purple line wants me to go this way. Fly left traffic, runway 33L. Yep, we're landing that one, but this way. We better do what they say. So let's get to the downwind leg, maybe a little bit further this way. $33 left, huh? 33 left. Alright, this will probably do for now. Let's start powering down. Try and get our flaps and gear down like responsible landers. Am I doing a left pattern? I am actually doing a left pattern, I think. Yeah. I forget what that means exactly, but I think, yeah, if they say fly left pattern, that means you have to be turning left to get onto the airport. So if it was right pattern, they would want me to go around like that. So, yeah. Okay. Possibly. I mean, I'm just sort of, again, vague memories of what I learnt 25 years ago. Okay, alright, we'll give it a bit of power. We're not quite in the right spot yet. We've got a football field at the airport. Oh yeah. Okay, we're now pretty much level with the end of the runway that we want to land on. We'll wait till we're 45 degrees from it and then we'll do our turn.
Chaz Rover Zulu Alpha 11 wind tree 11 at 17. Cleared to land runway tree left.
Cleared to land runway tree left. Chaz Rover Zulu Alpha 11.
Clear to land. Alright. What am I doing? There we go. We need more power. We're coming in a little bit short already. Got a bit impatient there. Didn't turn when I should have. Probably get into trouble with the authorities. They can go and get fucked. There, I said it. Alright, looking okay. Not too bad. And not too bad at all. Didn't we come into land? Lovely. Get on the brakes. Welcome to Benghazi. That was leg, what are we up to? 18? Yes, I will exit the runway when able, in my own time. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.